Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to reading for the week of... Oh, no, this is for this time next year. Just kidding. You have this cat card. It says jealousy and gossip. You have this turtle. It says slowness and protection. So even if people are gossiping about you this time next year, you are protected. But let's see what is coming up for you. Like I said, between now and October of 2025. You start with the Six of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. Look at all these Pentacle cards that are showing up here. You definitely are maybe more focused on your finances. The Six of Pentacles to me can be a card of fairness. You know, it can say that you feel that you are being more fairly compensated for the work that you do. So a lot of you, I feel, could be experiencing, or you could be very happy about the changes that are happening for you financially. And, you know, obviously that is a good thing. Yeah, the readings have been really good, surprisingly. You do have the Tower and the Three of Swords, but these are both coming up in the good stuff. So, you know, that could represent you seeing, like a blessing in disguise, seeing how something that happened in the past was a blessing, but really good. So I've done 4 of these readings so far, and again, they've all been pretty positive. So, you know, it could be a much better time next year, which is great. But the Six of Pentacles, I just feel fairness on. Like, I feel you're being more, you know, by October of next year, you feel like you're more fairly compensated for the work that you're doing. And we see a lot of great Pentacle cards here, and the Empress as well. And the Empress is total abundance. So it just seems to me like a better time for you financially. You have the Nine of Pentacles, pretty much the same thing. Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. Nine of Pentacles says that you are working towards becoming an Empress. The Nine of Pentacles is all about your environment, and I think it would be an amazing time for you to work on your environment. You know, there's this little snail right here, and the snail wears its home on its back, and so the Nine of Pentacles can represent you kind of working on, you know, creating an environment of success, you know, surrounding yourself with people, places, and things that make you feel more successful. That's like one of my favorite things to do with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is also about focus. She is training her focus, this falcon right here. So I think that it would be a great year to like really be focused on exactly what you're working on or creating in your life and make it your focus. And if you do that, you will probably be successful faster. You have the Three of Pentacles. I think this is something that Virgo has been dealing with for quite a long period of time, is like finding people to work with, finding the right people to work with as well is going to be very important for you with the Three of Pentacles. So that's really what I would focus on with the Three of Pentacles, is like surrounding yourself with the right people, the right places, the right things, you know, kind of working towards something as well. You know, I think that sometimes I feel the Three of Pentacles is about you being lifted up on this pedestal and making sure that the people who come in and support you are coming in a supportive role. You know, this basically says you have to be number one. You have to be the leader, you know, especially if you're working on a business, if you're creating something, if you're, you know, taking the lead in a group and work. Like, you need to make sure that you are taking the lead and that the people around you are supporting you. And if you do that, then you'll have a much better result. And, you know, that's really what the Three of Pentacles talks about. But let's see what is coming up for you here. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Swords. This is like something happening quickly. You also have the Wheel of Fortune as well. We go from the Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, to the Empress. This would represent like a quick, abundant change, and I do feel the Knight of Swords is something happening quickly. It's almost like you're discovering an idea, you know, or you're just with the Six of Pentacles, or you're discovering like where the right place to put your energy is, which the Six of Pentacles is all about giving your energy to the right things. And because of that, you're probably creating speed in your life. It's like when we give to the right things, we get better energy back, and, you know, obviously that's a good thing. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Hermit, which is you. So whenever you show up as yourself, this puts you in a position of power and strength and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So you're showing up in a strong position here with the Nine of Pentacles, which is great. You know, this could be you kind of having a little bit of a glow up here, or you could be working towards having a glow up this time next year. And I feel that would be great. So, you know, if there's anywhere in your life that you want to stand out, I would, you know, double down on that energy, because you'll probably stand out. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords. Like I said, I think that you have had some issues with the people that you work with, or that you try to work with if you have a business, and you could be a little bit guarded. I don't think this is a bad thing. It's like sometimes we have good reason to be guarded with the people that we work with, or anyone who potentially could work with us. But the Two of Swords says that you have to discover a different way. The Two of Swords is my card of third place solutions, which says that you can come up with better solutions to find success in your life, but you have to be open to those better solutions. And that's what I would do there with the Two of Swords. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you this time next year, you have 3 cards actually. You have this Give with Grace and Gratitude, Turkey Spirit. So a lot of the turkey is a symbol of abundance as well. So again, you could be very grateful for what's going on around you, and you could be very focused on creating abundance. You also have this eagle. It says spirit has your back. You also have the squirrel. It says believe in yourself. A lot of people I've noticed, even this year, 2024, have had these cards that say like nothing is going to happen if you don't believe in yourself. So it seems to me like this energy is sticking around this time next year. That we really have to like not only go for the things that we want to accomplish, which I'm pretty sure I've said to you a bunch of times recently, that you have to be, you can't just dip your toes in the water. You really have to make the full commitment to what you're doing. That's where the success will come from. But I feel like you really need to believe in yourself. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Magician. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness and being resourceful. And I do feel that resourcefulness is going to be an important energy for you, Virgo. So again, if you can do something without money, then do it without money. If you can come up with a better way to do things that don't cost money, in your work, business, or your personal life, then that's what I would focus on here. The Queen of Pentacles, it doesn't say that, anything bad is happening with your money. She just wants us to be resourceful. And that's what I would do with this card. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're learning a lot. There's definitely, a lot of your learning going on. I think you've been learning a lot for many years. The Page of Pentacles would be applied learning, meaning you learn something, you apply it to your life. So I think it's a great time for you to practice applied learning. Like you learn something and you use what you learn to be successful. So that's exactly what I would do with this Page of Pentacles. I also do kind of feel new love on this card, by the way. So if you are hoping for love, or if you're hoping to attract a new person, I do feel like you could be attracting a person. You have the Magician. So the Magician, again, definitely seems to be a very good manifestation year. We have a lot of water energy this time next year as well. Jupiter will be in Cancer. Basically on the 23rd and 24th of October of next year, we'll have a lot of energy in Scorpio at that time. We'll have like the sun, the moon. I think it's either Mars or Venus and Mercury, or four things are in Scorpio. I can't remember off the top of my head because I looked at it this morning, but I already forgot. But what I would say is, again, there's a lot of water energy, which I think is great for manifestation, practicing manifestation, or using your tools even. The Magician, he has mastery over all the suits in the tarot. And so he uses his tools to be successful. He's also the card of reinvention. And we go up to the Wheel of Fortune here, which is the change in your fortunes. If you want to change your fortunes, I think that reinvention energy, or reinventing yourself, could be very beneficial. And you can reinvent yourself in a million different ways. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. Really good. So coming up with the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles I always think of as a process. It's like something that we will work on for the rest of our lives. And so a lot of you could be working towards your Ten of Pentacles. I also feel like you are seeing how the Ten of Pentacles can be possible for you. It's like you're more, I don't know what to say here. It's like you're doing something to more attract the Ten of Pentacles into your life, which is good. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden. And, I think you have been carrying a burden for many years. And now the good news with the Ten of Wands is that he is very close to his home in the background. So he is almost about to release a burden. He's about to let something go. So I feel for a lot of you that this year, between now and October of 2025, you are going to be releasing some burdens that you've been experiencing for a little while. And again, this is going to be a good thing for you for sure. With the Magician, you have the Six of Pentacles, which you have twice here. Six of Pentacles says you will get what you put your energy into. So if you're putting your energy into negative things, you're going to get negative things. So if you put your energy into positive things, you're going to get positive things. So I know that it sounds very simple, but it is. And I would just make sure that you're more focused on the positive instead of the negative. One thing I will say is at the end of 2025, basically beginning of 2026, Neptune officially moves into Aries. Neptune's very slow moving. So even while Neptune is at the beginning of Aries, I would still say we're still dealing with a little bit of this energy, but that Neptune and Aries energy is like radical. It's like radical ideas, radical thinking, things like that. And so I think that it could be easy at the end of 2025. I know we're talking about October of next year, but still, I think it could get easy to get sucked into negative thinking. And so what I would say is I would make sure that you're staying focused on the positive. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Flow card and this 4C card. Yeah, a very intuitive time. So again, a lot of you could be seeing the future almost, or you could be recognizing cycles. You have this 4C card; it kind of has a cycle on it. That staircase that's going down in a circle or a spiral. You also have the Wheel of Fortune in this row, which would also represent paying attention to cycles. You have the Nine of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool. Very good. Nine of Cups is about bathing in the energy of what you want, and if you do that, you will get it. So the Nine of Cups is about being the thing that you want to be and adopting the habits. I think the easiest thing to do with the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune is to adopt the habits of success. Go learn a habit about like whatever it is you want. If you want love, go learn love habits. If you want money, go learn money habits. Go learn how to remove money blocks or love blocks, things like that. And both the Wheel of Fortune and Nine of Cups represent working on those things, because the Nine of Cups it represents a wish, but really the true meaning of the Nine of Cups is that we have to be an energetic match to the thing that we want. And adopting the habits is the easiest way to do that. And that's what I would do. And someone once left me a comment, and they said, well, you can learn habits from people, but how do you know, if the person that's telling you the habit, like, there are plenty of success teachers and things like that on YouTube. It's like, how do you know that what they're saying actually works? I'm like, well, you have to experiment. You have to, go learn some things that you resonate with, try it. If it works, if it makes your life better, great, keep doing it. If it doesn't, then stop and try something else. So, the nines in the tarot to me are cards of experimentation. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. Definitely some sort of change in your fortunes. I mean, this is a very fortunate reading in general. And so there could be a change in your fortunes with the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely a change in your finances as well. Money definitely looks better for you this year. So I think that for a lot of you, you could be getting just a bigger bang for your buck. Nine of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles, those two cards to me really do represent, getting more for your money. But not even that. It's like you could be getting paid more. You could just be, getting paid more for the same amount of work that you're doing or whatever. So I really feel that energy here with the Wheel of Fortune, and I think that is the change that's coming in. You have the Fool. Funny enough, I feel this is a very general message that I'm getting off of the Fool in your reading, and I feel like you're just more in this carefree attitude, and you're more willing to take risks. And we're talking about good risk here. We're not talking about stupid risks. We're talking about good risks. But I kind of feel like you're in this like non-attached energy, and again, I feel this is a good thing because it's like you're not attached to the outcomes of the risks that you're taking, and if something doesn't work, I feel like you're just going to try something else. So I kind of get more of that like lighthearted, carefree energy for you off of this Fool, but again, I think it's a good thing. This is not a bad thing, so love it. Let's see. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about needing to realize that there are more than one way to do anything in your life. This is a card of self-imposed restriction. I think you need to not restrict yourself with that Nine of Cups. This is saying you should be enjoying life. I believe we all should be enjoying life. I don't think life is meant to be suffering or pain or any of these other things that we deal with, but we have to choose to make the changes to make that the truth. And, that's basically what I feel this card is saying. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Three of Swords. You have the Three of Swords twice. I would be careful of anyone coming back from the past here. Again, we are in Scorpio season right now. We're going to start having some more retrogrades towards the end of the year, like in November this year, 2024. Mercury will go retrograde at the end of the year. Mars will go retrograde. And so we're kind of reaching the same point that next year in October, where we'll have all this energy in Scorpio. And so what I would say is I would, be very careful of returning to the past. Although you do have the Three of Swords here in the good stuff, which does say you could be healing the past. You could be healing something that did happen from the past, but I would just be careful of repeating a cycle. With the Fool, you have the Devil. The Devil can, of course, represent toxic energy. Again, I would be careful of the past this time next year. And you could meet a person at the beginning of the year and break up with them, and then they could come back in October. So again, I feel like, if someone shows you who they are, believe them, right? And I kind of get that message here. It's like the only challenge that you're dealing with in this reading. So I would just be careful of that. If you do want love, again, not really love reading. So, it's like it might be one of those readings where you're more focused on love, but obviously between now and this time next year, there will be about 700 more Virgo readings from me between now and then. So I'm sure love will come up in one of those readings. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this happy card, so you will be very happy. And you have this all that glitters card. It's like you are the second sign where I truly feel it's almost as if things are working out. And again, now I want to stress, life is never perfect. There will never, we will always have challenges. But it's almost like this all that glitters card is saying that for once you're right. For once you are right about how something is going to turn out for you. The all that glitters card normally says that all that glitters is not gold, but coming up in the good stuff, it would say that it's almost like you're attracting something that looks like gold and it actually is gold when you get it. And I think it will make you very happy. You have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is about forgiveness, and it's coming up in the good stuff. So a lot of you, I feel, are forgiving a lot of your past story or things that you went through in your life. And you could be doing a lot of healing. Even the Empress. You have the Empress, and the Empress is a card of self-care. So I feel a lot of you Virgo people could be just doing a lot of self-care, a lot of healing, a lot of resting, relaxing, recovering, and forgiving the past. And, obviously when we heal our heart, that's a good thing. So I kind of feel like you're healing your heart. You do have the Tower, but again, the Tower and the good stuff could mean a million different things, really. In the good stuff, what I'm kind of getting is that you are avoiding a Tower moment. So some of you could have had a Tower moment, but it's almost like you're not going to have a Tower moment because you're avoiding it, because it's coming up in the good stuff. I also feel that the Tower in the good stuff would say that you're accepting reality. I look at the Tower as a good card. I don't care what anyone says. It's not a bad card. These people are being brought down to reality. They are seeing reality for what it actually is, or how it actually is. So how is that a bad thing, right? And I feel a lot of you are seeing reality of your situation for how it is. It's like you're seeing the truth. You have the Empress. So again, definitely could be in Empress mode. The Empress says you could be attracting a lot of success and abundance into your life. You could be attracting a lot of growth and abundance into your life as well with this card. So I feel pretty good about this. I also feel for a lot of you that it's almost like they're just blessings coming in for you with the Empress. And I also feel there's like a sense of ease. I always say the Empress does not have to work hard for her results. All she has to do is wave that scepter in front of her, and the wheat in front of her will grow. And that's definitely popping into my head with this card. It's almost like things, like I want to stress, I have to be careful with my words. So I'm not saying things are going to be like easy, but I think things are, especially work is going to be easier than it has been. With the Three of Swords, you have the Justice card. Yeah, this could be positive karma. The other thing that this could be is that you're getting positive karma for what you went through with a person. And, it could be the universe is balancing things out for you this time next year. With the Tower, you have the Knight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. You know what's really funny as well is the message that just popped into my head is that like some of you are getting let off the hook for something. I'll give you a couple examples. It's almost like maybe you have an apartment that you hate right now, and it's almost like there is kind of like a blessing that's coming in where it's like maybe you hate where you live, and maybe your landlord is like, oh, we have to do a bunch of work and we'll let you out of the lease early. It's almost like that. It's like I feel like some of you are kind of getting like a little bit of a blessing in disguise where it's like you're being let out of something like a contract or something like that. That definitely popped into my head here. For others, this could just be travel. The Tower can just be moving or traveling, and the Knight of Wands can also be adventure. So again, it might not be a big deal. It might be you traveling more or going on an adventure. With the Empress, you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles in the good stuff would say that you are increasing your abundance and also you are coming out of the cold. So I feel for a lot of you, you are just increasing your abundance at this time, which is great. So let's see what else wants to come out for you. You have this beetle. It says good fortune. Yep, definitely good fortunes coming in for you at this time. Very fortunate reading. So there you go. You have this wreath card that says sorrow over a loss, Three of Swords twice in your reading. Some of you definitely could be repeating. You know, that's the other thing with the Wheel of Fortune is like you could have had a loss years ago that you keep reliving. And so a lot of you might need to heal like some sort of loss that you experienced. And, you know, you could heal it in a million different ways. You could get therapy. You know, there's no shame in getting therapy or talking to a person or doing something, you know, to kind of overcome something. But I definitely see that as something that you need to do with the Three of Swords twice in the Wheel of Fortune. You have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. I feel this is more things adding up. We kind of said this earlier, but, you know, I think things in your life it's like things are coming together, and maybe you've felt a little bit lost or unsure of the direction of your life. And I feel like you're much more sure of yourself now. You have this tankard card. It says celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Yes, definitely a much more fun year. Again, all the readings I've done so far have been like much more social, much more fun, much more entertainment. So, you know, people could just be having fun. You have this pig spirit. It says beware of greed. Yeah, I think you need to beware of greedy people. I would also be careful of like investments and things like that as well. Again, I have no clue what I'm talking about. I failed math my entire life, so don't take advice from me. But again, I would just be careful if people are like, oh, you know, come invest in this, you know, new Bitcoin or invest in this investment with me. I would just keep an eye on your investments. And I would be careful of investments as well. But overall, this looks very good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your year.